Good evening and welcome to your Badger Beer Brief. We normally would have well, not normally, but normally on Tuesdays we have our brewery report, but there's been so much news that just broke recently. I wanted to get on. My cohort is literally not here, Joel. He is on the road coming back from his Thanksgiving celebration wherever he was. So I'm here to deliver some mostly not great news for everybody, but at least Joel doesn't have to go through this. And we've had some really wonderful, some great updates as far as the brewery report goes. But as y'all know, it's always a mixed bag here because we talk about openings and closings. So without further ado, unfortunately, we need to get into this. If get into the deal here. So number one story I came here to talk about with y'all was Trap Rock Brewing Company in Sioux Falls. No wait, Sioux. Hold on, Sioux Crow Falls, not Sioux Falls. Sioux Falls is Iowa, right? Sioux Crow Falls. Y'all can see about an hour from Minneapolis, but it's probably one of our closest breweries to Minnesota. They're just right across the street from, or right across the river. Sorry, probably across the street too. They're right across the river from Minnesota there, and they're an hour away from Minneapolis, as you see. They're really tucked up there to the west north of Wisconsin. This is Trap Rock Brewing, y'all. They announced yesterday that they will be doing their last and final day open on this Saturday, December 6th from 12 to 7. Join us for a final day of celebration as we honor the legacy of Tap Rock Brewing. And let's honor Brian's memory one last time. If Brian, I believe, was owner and he recently passed, I believe. I hope I got that right. And so they're throwing a farewell party and they're going to honor Brian's memory one last time. On Saturday, they will have $5 pints, all the beers. They will have $10 four packs and deals on kegs, y'all. Fill that kegerator if you're out there. They're going to have raffles for brewery memorabilia. They want to thank everyone who has helped them get through the incredible 7 years that they say. The community has been their heart, and we are endlessly grateful for the love, laughter, and memories that y'all share with us. I need to mention another huge thank you to all our musicians. Or I'm sorry, they want to mention all their musicians, food partners, local Lions clubs, local businesses who have donated and supported them, nearby breweries who they've collabed with, and of course their regulars. They say that they couldn't have done it without them or y'all, and that's a fact. I mean, even I know that, and I've never been to Trap Rock, but the regulars get it done in breweries. So come raise a glass with us one last time, and we love to celebrate with you. So yeah, that's Trap Rock Brewing out of and get it right again, y'all. Where are we at here? Um Sioux St. Crow Falls. You can tell I've never been there because I could barely say it. And it ain't really that hard. St. Crow Falls. Unfortunately, I've never been to Trap Rock Brewing, and at this point I never will be. But um just as a quick recap, Saturday will be their last day of service from 12 to 4. They got specials all day. They're gonna have raffles. You can buy some Trap Rock things, probably off the wall, it sounds like. Um, and well, they're gonna have raffles, so I don't know. It'd probably be all somewhere, but maybe it'll be off the wall. I've never been there, so I wouldn't know. But breweries have these things. But so yeah, that was news story number one. This is a news a segment for us, and news story number one is Trap Rock Brewing closing this Saturday, 12 to 7. There's their website at the bottom, and you'll be able to, well, there it went, but you will be able to contact them via their website, or you can go to, I got this off Facebook. So any details that you need for Saturday, they're out there. And we wish the Trap Rock family the best, and we also wish the people who work there at least a good fall to somewhere else, so they can either I would say probably what most breweries, uh, employees are part time, but that's still income, and that's still, and we still got a full time brewer probably, and full time, so just a shout out to everybody who has who's gonna have to deal with the fallout of Trap Rock Brewing. Um, so yeah, Trap Rock Brewing last day, December 6th, from 12 to 7, and it's up there, very up north, as Madison guy speaking. So, news item number 2, another sad update, y'all, is Tack Brewing Co. In Kakuwana. Did I say that right? Kakuwana. Let's see here. Let's see what the map shows y'all. Kakuwana. Kakuwana. Yeah, I think I got that right. As you see, it's an Appleton suburb, basically, in between Appleton and Green Bay there. Tack Brewing Co. tells us that to our incredible community of friends, family, and craft beer lovers, it is with heavy heart that we share some difficult news. Tack Brewing will be closing its doors for good on January 1st, y'all. The decision was not an easy one. It never is, y'all. It literally never is. But after much reflection and facing ongoing challenges, they've decided that this chapter of journey has come to an end. The past nearly 3 years have been an extraordinary ride. We started as a dream, quickly evolved into something much more, a true community hub where countless memories are made over a pint or two. We are eternally grateful for not only the beer that we were able to brew, but most of all, the friendships that we built along the way. From our humble beginnings to every trivia night, craft night, live music section, and special event, your support has been the lifeblood of our tap, and you turned our space into a home. We want to extend our deepest gratitude to our dedicated team. Their hard work, friendly faces have been a huge part of the experience, and we couldn't have done it without them. With this chapter closing, the spirit of what we created lives on in the memories that we shared. This is so heartfelt. The experience of walking this journey with you is something that we will always carry in our hearts. Please join us for our final days in December as they celebrate the amazing times that they had with their crew and their community. We will be closing last call. We will be hosting a last call New Year's Eve party, 12/31/25, starting at 6 p.m. They would love for you to come by and share your favorite stories and have some beer. The Sobleski or Sobisky, sorry if I got your names wrong. Outlaw Band will be playing some tunes as well. Thank you for being a part of our story. We're grateful to you, our cherished community. Cheers to the memories, the laughter, and the shared experiences. With all gratitude, Bob and Nicole. And you can tell that's not an AI rendering. That is from the heart. I'm not tearing up here, but I am, it's gotten me a little bit. I've never been attacked. I had my chance and I just missed it. I was in Appleton, as y'all probably know, a couple weeks ago. And unfortunately missed tack. But I don't know. You could tell that, they're, they're feeling it, y'all. So you have a month to go back to tack. And I think they said here, yeah, they're closing their doors on January 1st. So so they having this event. Also, here's where tack is, y'all. Kakawana. I think I got that right. You know, y'all can y'all used to me butchering Wisconsin town names, so y'all should be used to it by now. But Tag Brewing, last call, y'all. They got a countdown. They're gonna do the countdown on New Year's Eve. It's an interesting way to go out for sure. They're gonna come celebrate the end of an era and a start to new year. From 6 to 1. Normally you don't see breweries open that late. Wow, 25 all you can drink tickets available, and the Sobleski Outlaws will be there to help bring in the new year with y'all. So that's at Tack Brewing in Kakawana. Their last day of service appears to be January 1st. Now, they're only talking about the party here, but it doesn't seem like the party, you know what I mean? It seems like, New Year's Day, they're going to wrap up because, I don't know, this said Tack Door will be closing its doors for good on January 1st. Now, this goes into January 1st, right? So this could be it, y'all. So, if you are a Tack brewing person, I would make sure that you know that either this is it or they're going to open up a little bit on January 1st. But I would say they're not. Actually, from reading this, I would say that this is their last call. So um y'all get in there. You have 28 days, 29 days. So for Tack Brewing, again, sometimes we don't get these long notices. Sometimes we get, hey, we're closing service on Saturday, like we saw with Trap Rock. So the fact that y'all get the community gets a month to see your friends and see your regulars, because sometimes y'all know you go into a place and your regular friends aren't there, or your regular brewer's not there, or your regular bartender's not there. So Tax giving y'all a month. Check that out. Unfortunately, Tack Brewing is not going to be no longer with us going into 26. So Tack Brewing in Coquina, right near Appleton. We're gaining Quiet Worlds on the other side of Appleton in New London, right? And now we're losing Tax. So you know, equal loss there, I guess, or whatever. But we gotta wait a year for New London. I'm sorry, for Quiet Worlds. But so yeah, that's the summary on Tack, y'all. All right, so this is where I we presented this as news, and we're gonna get to some news, but this here I wanted to specifically tell y'all that I'm gonna be giving my opinion and my strong opinion, right? So here we go with this. Um, so the Yard Brewing Company and Distilling Company. This one we call a nomad brewery because they brew out of a place where they don't serve. The reason why that is because they have been in a litigious situation with the government of Encanto, Wisconsin. Encanto is, as y'all can see here, maybe, yeah. You can see the red up there on the left, or I'm sorry, up there on the center right. My bad. Um, I don't know. I didn't do the thing. It looks like what, half an hour from Green Bay, up on the other side of Door County, the other side of the inland there, or the Gulf. Sorry, don't kill me on the geography, y'all. Point is, Yard started at Encanto. If y'all don't know this story, they started up there. They had a beer garden, and they were really trying to bring their brand to Encanto, but apparently it was never going to be because they just got into I don't know. There's some personal things going on there with the government. There's a lot of obstruction going on. It's a mess, and that's my opinion. I'm allowed to have it, to say it's a mess. And it's infuriating for me because I've talked to the people at Yard Brewing about this situation before this, not this one, not this specific thing, but it's just frustrating. I feel, in my opinion, is that there's a litigious nature with the government, and they just don't like Yard Brewing, and they just don't want Yard Brewing in their city. They just flat out don't. Their actions have been that way, and so Yard Brewing's like, fine, okay, cool. We'll sell, we'll move, and they're looking for a new place now. They've been looking for, all up and down the East Coast. I think I'm liberty to say that they were looking all up and down the East Coast of Wisconsin, kind of near the lake and all that. Because they were in Kanto, and they were not on a lake per se, but they were near some water, and they had a nice little spot there, by many accounts. So let me read this and then we'll get into it. But as many as you know, 2 summers ago, the city filed a lawsuit against our beer garden operation and issued fines over $300 a day operating. We fought the case and won, receiving not guilty verdict from the municipal judge. So instead of accepting the ruling, the city chose to appeal the decision, which is uh, what? So this decision was not brought for the city council, but was made privately by the public works superintendent, the building instructor, the mayor, the city's attorney, and the city administrator. Because of this continued legal battle, they have no choice but to hire an attorney to defend the case that they already won. So, despite the fact that a beer garden has been closed and vacated for quite some time, and that's true, Unfortunately, the ongoing appeal is going to cost us both and the taxpayer money, which is this is the infuriating part. To help offset our legal expenses, they're running a holiday liquor special, y'all, through December. So, their vodka that they do is $15 a bottle, their whiskey's 20, and their rum is 10. Um, and I don't know, that sounds really good, actually. I don't know where you can get craft distilled spirits for that price. That's really good. So you can purchase it on their website, and let's put that up there. You can purchase on their website, they say, by messaging them directly on Facebook. So I think you'll have to follow to mention it to message them directly. And also they're going to do curbside pickup in December. So you'll have to follow them on Facebook in order to find that. They want to thank you for their continued support for their small business, and they appreciate their peoples. You can find Yard Brewing, I believe. I think if you go on their website, you can find out where they distribute, but they distribute pretty heavy in the Green Bay area. So you should see them on your shelves if y'all would like to support. And if y'all really want to, I highly recommend, if y'all interested, I highly recommend you go down this rabbit hole over here and really Google it and look at what the hell is going on up in on Kanto with this. It's really, really they're a family owned business. They're a family. Okay, they're not some corporation. They don't have all this money to just be thrown around. They're a family with a small business and a passion for craft beer and distilling. There's really nothing else more to the story but government overreach, in my opinion. And I'm allowed to say that because I do have rights, right? Government overreach. And for some reason, they just want to prosecute these people. Like, you lost. I'm not sure what the problem is. You could just let it go because they're not even in Encanto anymore. And they're not even trying to mess with y'all. What are we doing here? Why? 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 So I highly encourage y'all, if y'all near or y'all are fans of the yards. I've never had them. Again, like I said, full disclosure, I talked to them about 2 months ago because this was going on, and I was like, "What's going on?" And they were talking about. They're still talking about settling down somewhere, putting some roots. They've been wanting to put roots down forever. Okay, they've been wanting to do this, and they're still wanting to do this. Now, I'm not. These are my words, not theirs. Now they got to put money into a lawyer so that they don't have to pay $300 a day fine, and who knows how long that was for because they were fighting them. So they can't lose that because again, that's more money that comes out of what they're trying to do as far as finding a tap room and finding a place where they can distribute their beer in their distillery. And this is this again, I would love to say that like it's not government overreach and it's not people being petty and all that, but that's all I see here. That's all I see. So if y'all see something different, please, please entertain us in the comments. But or if y'all know more than what's up, Bill? Right, right. If y'all know more about this than I do, please let us know. And we would love to talk to any of these people. Actually, any of y'all want to talk, y'all you can find my number. Any of you the public works superintendent, the building instructor, the mayor, the city attorney. I'll talk to all of y'all. Let's all jump on a call and y'all can tell us why this is needs to go on and why these people need to pay. It's ridiculous. And that's my opinion. And I'm allowed to give it on my platform. And I'm going to do that. And I don't care. And I don't ever want to go to Encanto if y'all going to be this way. It's weird. Stop it. What are we doing? Ugh. I can't even wipe myself clean of how dirty I feel talking about this. It's ridiculous. God. Anyway, we're going to go to the one bit shout out to the yards. Hopefully y'all can get through this. Hopefully they're not even asking for any money, any crowdsourcing money. They just want y'all to buy their stuff. because that's important. So if y'all are near Green Bay, y'all want to, um, uh, yeah, y'all in Green Bay, y'all want to support, please do. I feel that it's a good cause. And again, from what we have, found out here at Badger Beer Report by talking to them, having a phone call, it's they're my words, not theirs. My words. Okay, these are my words, not their words. Okay, right? It's bullshit, and I don't know why we need to keep doing this. I'm not sure why the taxpayers have to pay for something that the judge already said it's done. Let's just move on. Y'all want to like keep the pettiness going. It's just weird. Okay, stop being weird. Ridiculous. Anyway, I generally love doing this. Y'all know. But this one, I just can't with y'all. I just can't. So, moving on to positivity before we get out of here. Acronym brewing, as we have told you, and we've been following this story. We have one podcast out, 30 minutes, out there on Spotify for y'all who want a bigger picture on this one. We talked to the owner and John, and he told us that the next hurdle for acronym would be this, would be the vote. And what happened was, y'all, the vote passed 6-0. So I'm not sure. I think we have another hurdle or two to clear, probably. But this was the first one that John talked about when, if y'all heard our podcast, half an hour. So if y'all interested in acronym, which it will be hopefully in Fox Point, which is, as y'all can see up there, y'all can see. I don't know, I can barely see it, but there's a red outline with Fox Point right on the lake there. What is that? 15 minutes north of Milwaukee proper, 10 minutes north of Milwaukee proper, something like that. Anyway, my boy Joel was here. He could tell us because he's excited about this one. But well, Joel's excited about all of them. But he's really excited about this one because it's right up the street from him. Not right up the street, but it's really close. And so the only thing, so this passed 6-0, y'all. They passed it through. It advances, as it said right there. But do issues such as parking outweigh the value of a brewery as a neighborhood? And if y'all heard the podcast, if not, jump on it. One of the things I asked John was like, yo, what's up with, it doesn't seem like, how are you going to make this a destination brewery? Because it doesn't seem like there's kind of a neighborhood around it. But he said that was the exciting part, was like, putting a brewery there and hoping and, thinking that, there'll be things that are, built around it. But one of the things that people were concerned about in Fox Point apparently was the parking situation. Now, I think specifically my boy Joel, our boy Joel, told me today that I'm pretty sure he read through this because, again, he's really astute on this one. It passed by 6-0, but the concern was that for like bigger events, where's the parking? So then I believe John and Acronym were like, hey, for bigger events, we are going to work with we're going to try to work with the local businesses to see if we can utilize some of their parking when we throw a big event. But apparently there's going to be enough parking in the plans that, every day will be fine. The citizens are concerned about bigger events. So like, I don't know. I don't, concerts or outdoor things or festivals or different things. So yeah, so this is good news. This is the one bit of good news that we got, which is acronym moves forward. There's no social media on. I don't think they have social media yet, so I don't have anything for acronym besides that's the name of the brewery. And then you can probably, I'm not sure, you can maybe start to get updates from um New Barons, because this project here is going to be one of the New Barons offspring, if that makes sense. New Barons is turning into an incubator. Actually, acronym is going to be one of those incubators that comes out of New Barons. And it's going to be John DeGroot, who is the CEO of New Barons, right? So he's going to stay there, and he's also going to do acronym, for the foreseeable future because he's very, very important to what's going on with New Balance. He's been there from jump, and he knows it better than probably some of the members. They probably all know, especially the early members. I probably know it as much as John. Um, but yeah, so Acronym Brewing, we're excited about that one. That should come in late 2026. I don't know. Like John didn't even really give us a timetable. It could be early 27, kind of like Quiet Worlds, because it's a full build too, like Quiet Worlds. So those are Quiet Worlds and Acronym are our latest ones to come out of the our damn, I only have it um our announcement map. And so yeah, so Acronym advances 6-0. There was some concerns, but 6-0, y'all. It wasn't, 4-2 or 3-3, it was 6-0. So it seems like generally, I'm gonna read into that and say the community is ready to accept Acronym. I think, there's gonna be some more hoops that have to be done here, but otherwise things look good. Things look good. All right, y'all. So, and that's gonna be in Fox Point, Wisconsin. So, on that note, y'all, we're going to wrap up and get out of here. I didn't think I would be spending 26 minutes, but that yards thing, man, not really. Anyway, a friend of the show, Bill, says any community that actively discourages a small local business is shooting itself in the foot. I'm going to leave that one for y'all to digest. And on that note, we're going to get out of here. This is a 30-minute. Man, I did 30 minutes like nothing. Um, and I don't know if Joel wasn't on the road, he probably would have said, "Yo, we should do something," because the news is this big. So we have Trap Rock Brewing um closing Saturday. We have Tack Brewing closing. I'm pretty sure that party is the end of them. They might do something on January 1st, but that party goes into January 1st. So and they said they're closing on January 1st. So I put those dots together. If it's different, y'all can, tell us in the comments, tag and call us and tell us. We're here for it. But I think that that's the last call, y'all, literally. So that's in the month. That's got 29 days for that. Yards, if y'all near yards, or y'all want to support just to support, I'm pretty sure you can get it off their website and they'll probably ship that to you. So you can probably get that before Christmas. If you need some rum or some bourbon, you want to try out a different place, that's up and coming. They're not going anywhere. Even if they lose this lawsuit, they're not going anywhere. In fact, I feel that they're going to be even more emboldened. They're more, I feel after talking to them, I feel that they're more emboldened to make sure that they get this done. They're not having anybody stop them from reaching their dream of having a tap room and being able to, push out their distilled stuff and their beer. I've never had it. So if y'all want to tell me anything, but I think like their hard work, I don't know. There's something there. There's something there with the yards, actually. There's something there. Hold on, let me put up before we get out of here, I can put up there. So yeah, that's how you can get the yards brewing and distilling. And yeah, so I'm getting out of here. 30 minutes. We did good. But yeah, sad update, but at least I had to get out of here and let y'all know what was going on. So Tap Rock, Saturday, Tack, end of the month, yards, support where you can. And lastly, Acronym moving forward. So, on that note, always drink local, especially here in Wisconsin. We have so much great local stuff. I know Yingling's coming in, but come on, man. What? All right. Listen, I grew up on Yingling. I grew up on Yingling. I'm from Pennsylvania. That was my beer of drinking in my younger age. But it's not. I'm here to tell you. My opinion is we have so much great stuff going on, so many new great breweries going on that whatever, if y'all want to have it, that's great. But I can tell you where to go for a wonderful amber, a wonderful lager, a wonderful pilsner. Just DMs. We can hook y'all up. And on that note, drink local because Yingling's not local. It's local in Pennsylvania. Let them drink it. But drink local here in Wisconsin. And that is my opinion. I know we started off with news, but you know, the whole Yingling thing is, it's news. But I had to give my opinion there. Anyway, I'm done giving my opinion. Y'all have a great day. We'll see y'all soon. I'll see y'all on Friday for On Tapped. We'll go around and see all the taps, and hopefully by then, Tap Rock can let us know what's finally on tap. Maybe I'll even bug them to make sure that we can talk about what they're going to have for Saturday. And yeah, until then, drink local when you can, especially here in Wisconsin, y'all. It's our home state.